Hello, welcome to my first video, and today I'm going to do what I spent in a week as a 20-year-old college student. I've seen this video all over the place on YouTube, and most of them kind of like living in New York City and working full-time, so I feel like it will be interesting to make a video as a college student because apparently I don't have as much money as the full-time people, but at the same time I'm financially supported by my parents. I mean, I do have a part-time job, but that's basically a minimum wage, so it only pays for kind of my frivolous spending. So for some context information, I am a junior in a state university in Minnesota, United States. So the cost of living is relatively okay. I mean, I wouldn't say it's cheap. It's not cheap in here, but it's definitely cheaper than, for example, New York City or San Francisco. And I stay in a 2-bedroom apartment, and I have my own bedroom. So I pay for that every month, and I also have to pay for utilities, and I have subscriptions, all that type of stuff. I am a full-time student, and I also have a part-time job, but it does not pay much at all. I acknowledge that I'm very privileged in that my parents still support me with my higher education, from my rent to tuition. So a lot of this money is supported by my parents. Once I graduate, apparently I will be on my own, but right now it's supported by my parents, so please no hate. I am actually not American. I am an international student in the US, so it's actually quite different in that all of my friends who are from Vietnam, so I'm from Vietnam, I think most of them, if not all of them, are supported by their parents financially, and it's a very common thing for Vietnamese youth to be like that. So I feel like it's not as common here in the US because once you're 18 and you're out of the house, most of the time you're just kind of on your own financially, but that's not necessarily the case in Vietnam. And I'm very grateful for my parents' support, but at the same time I realize that I do have to be mindful of spending because the cost of living back home versus Minnesota, it's very different, versus the United States. It's very different. So for example, a bowl of noodle soup in Vietnam will probably cost around $1.50, but it would be $10 here, so that's like 9 times or 8 times more expensive. So yep, without further ado, let's get into it.
Cause you made me believe you're mine. You used to call me baby, now you're calling me by name.
a little bit over $79. And just a little bit note there that I definitely spend more on eating out and take out food more than groceries, because that's actually my final week at college. So the last week of the semester and the finals week, which have a lot of exams, so I was pretty busy studying and don't really want to cook a lot. And also because I'm going back home to Vietnam. I'm currently in Vietnam right now. That's why I don't want to cook too much, because I want to clean out my fridge and clean out my pantry as soon as I finish with the semester and leave. So that's why I spend a lot more on eating out that week. And also I was seeing off some of my friends who are graduating and who are exchange student who leaves the university. So I did go out to see a movie and have brunch, which I normally don't do weekly. On a weekly basis, I would eat out once, the most twice, and I spend much more on grocery, around $40 per week on groceries. And I don't really drink coffee or hot chocolate or all of those extra stuff. But I think this is just because it's the last week, so I'm kind of like, oh, I'll be fine. And I spend a little more on that. But I would say that $80 sounds reasonable. I feel like that would probably be my average weekly spending. I don't know what I would spend on if I don't buy takeout as much, because I don't do shopping a lot. But anyway, that's my what I spend in a week video. If you find this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.